News tonight, Robert Temple says he did not kill his wife. His mistress did. Temple's murder trial began on opening statements this morning, and the prosecution called its first witnesses this afternoon. Our Jeff Butera is live at the courthouse in Pinellas County with what happened today. Good evening, Jeff.
Good evening, Wendy. Robert Temple, who is representing himself in court, is accused of killing his wife, a real estate agent named Rosemary Christensen, back in 1999. He wasn't arrested until 2008 after his mistress led detectives to her body in North Florida. Today, both sides told a jury what they say happened. The prosecutor and witnesses say Rosemary Christensen and her husband Robert Temple were two very different people.
You have Rosemary, who is Miss Prim Proper, Miss Suit.
While prosecutor William Lowry says Temple was abusive and jealous.
He is a very, very, very controlling person.
Lowry says that control, that abuse, that jealousy led Temple to stab and kill his wife. Then, with the help of his mistress, Leslie Stewart, bury the body in a Tupperware container. 9 years later, he says Stewart led detectives to the tub buried in the ground.
And in the tub is the remains of Rosemary Christensen. Robert Temple is guilty of murdering Rosemary Christensen back in 1999.
It's so easy to take facts and distort them and twist them around.
And here are Temple's facts. He says he and his wife were swingers.
We had kind of a relationship like that.
He says they had a threesome with his mistress, Leslie Stewart, but ultimately Rosemary and Leslie had a falling out, leading to a fight one night in 1999.
This time she landed on top of Rose, and Rose slammed her head hard into the concrete, knocked herself out. And then she started noticing the blood.
Temple says he came home to find Rosemary dead. He says Stewart talked him out of calling the police. He admits burying the body, but only out of respect and because Stewart told him to do it.
Well, we got to get rid of the body. We've got to hide the body. If we have to bury her, let's do it with some kind of dignity and respect.
Now, the prosecution called a number of witnesses this afternoon to back up their case, and Temple got to ask them questions as well. After about 4 of them, the jury left, and then Temple started whining to the judge that he didn't get dinner last night because trial had ran so long. The judge lashed back and said that if 80% of Temple's questions were not inappropriate, perhaps they would have moved faster today so that Temple could get dinner. More witnesses tomorrow. For now, we're live in Pinellas County. I'm Jeff Butera, ABC Action News.